Hello everyone and welcome to FreeCAD tutorials. In this tutorial we explain how to create gear pairs in FreeCAD. Over here you can see a 3D model of the pinion and the 3D model of the main gear. In this video tutorial we explain how to create this model and how to validate the accuracy of the geometry by using the basic formulas defining the kinematics of gears. To be able to model gears in FreeCAD, we first need to understand the gear geometry and we need to introduce several formulas. Consider this figure. The smaller gear is usually denoted as pinion, and the larger gear is denoted simply as gear. Every gear has its center point. The center point of pinion is C1 and the center point of gear is C2. Next, we have the so-called pitch radius. The pitch radius of pinion is denoted by R1 and the pitch radius of gear is denoted by R2. Note over here and observe these pitch circles. Note how they're intersecting here at the single point. These pitch circles split a tooth in two parts. We have the upper and the lower part and they pass approximately somewhere at the middle of a tooth. The number of teeth is denoted by Z1 and Z2 for the pinion and the gear. Next, we have a gear ratio. The gear ratio is the ratio of Z2 and Z1. And the most important number that we use in order to design gears is the gear module. Gear module is selected by the user. Gear module can be selected on the basis of desired loads that this gear reducer or the gear system has to transmit, or by using some other consideration. What is very important to keep in mind that the gear module is the same for both pinion and gear. Then, if we select number of teeth, Z1 and Z2, and usually these numbers are selected on the basis of desired gear ratio, and if we select gear module, we can compute R1 and R2 by using these formulas. And I will repeat this once again. The input for design of our gears is first of all the gear module, and then the gear ratio and a number of teeth, either the number of teeth of pinion or gear. And then knowing M, Z1 and Z2, we can compute R1 and R2. And that more or less defines the geometry of gears. All the other formulas are actually derived from these four numbers. And this is very important to keep in mind. As you will see later on in this video tutorial, when we design gears in FreeCAD, we will specify first of all module, and then we will specify Z1. On the basis of module of Z1, FreeCAD will be able to automatically design gears. Okay, let's start with modeling. First of all, click on File and click on New. And let's create our first body. Click over here, then click on Part Design, and then click on Create Body. And this will create our first body. The next step is to create our gear. First of all, click on the body over here, then click again on Part Design and find this option Involute Gear and click here. And you can immediately see that a default gear is created. Now observe this menu over here. As mentioned previously, we need to select the number of teeth and we need to select the module. And of course we can select this pressure angle, however we are not going to play with the pressure angle in this video tutorial. You can later on explore the influence of the pressure angle on the gear geometry. Okay, so let's start with the number of teeth. I'm going to first of all design the main gear, and I will assume the number of teeth to be equal to 30. Okay. Then I will keep the module as it is, and I will click on Apply. And then OK. And let's see what happens now. You have a 2D sketch of your gear. The next step is to actually extrude this. To extrude this, make sure that you click on Involute Gear and then find this pad or extrude option and click here, and let's keep the default setting, that is, let's keep 10 and let's press OK, and that's it. This is our first gear or the main gear. Now, let's verify that this design is correct. And for that purpose, we are going to use basic formulas shown over here. Now, I wrote a simple Python script that will calculate the pitch diameter or the pitch radius. And we will verify that this design is correct by actually sketching the pitch circle and visually inspecting that everything is okay. So over here, I specify Z2, which is the number of teeth. And then over here, I specify the modulus, which we entered in FreeCAD. And over here, I'm computing two things. I'm first of all computing D2. D2 is basically the pitch diameter. And then over here, I'm computing also S. And S is the distance between C1 and C2. So let's validate that this is correct. Let's select this, press F9, and let's see. D2 is what we want and should be 75. Okay, so let's now go back over here and let's verify that indeed the pitch radius is 75. To do that, I will create a new sketch. So click on Body, and then over here, click on Create Sketch. And then let's assign the sketch to XY plane. Okay, so here's our sketch. Now we are inside of the sketch, and what I will do first, I will click here, and then I will go back such that I can see this coordinate system over here. Good. Next, over here, I will sketch a circle. To sketch a circle, simply click here, place the circle here at this point. Okay, here we have to be a little bit more careful. Let me just get out of the circle menu. Let me do this. Let me click here and create circle by center. Let's place the circle here and let's specify the radius to be 75. And let's see what will happen. Voila, here it is. Indeed, we can see that this gear is properly designed since this pitch circle approximately crosses the half of the tooth. Good, this is the first test. Let's now close this sketch and let's go back and let's create. To create the pinion, let's create a new body. Click here on Unnamed, then click on Part Design and click on Create Body. And the new body will be created. Make sure that the new body is selected, then click on Part Design and click on Involute Gear. And here's our gear. Now, if I rotate this, you will see the gear sketch over here on the back. And let's specify the number of teeth to be 10. And let's keep the same modulus. Oops, here I changed the modulus, so it should be 2.5. So let's be precise over here. And let's click on Apply and let's click on OK. Now here's our second gear. The next step is to extrude this. To extrude this, make sure you select Body, then click on Involute Gear, then over here find the Extrude option. So click here and let's specify 10 and click on OK. And now we extruded the second gear. However, these two gears overlap and this might be an issue. However, before we move this gear and place it in the correct position, let's now double check that the pitch diameter is correct. For that purpose, first of all, let's go back here to our Python script, and similarly to the case of the main gear, I calculated the pitch diameter of the second gear, and this pitch diameter is denoted by D1. So if I press D1, I can see that the pitch diameter should be 25. So let's verify this thing. To do that, again, click on Body, let's create a sketch. Let's now select this plane. Oops, you have to be careful which plane are we selecting. So we have to do, let me see, XY plane. So you can do this, and here we are. Okay, let's now rotate this such that we see the coordinate system. Here it is. Let's do like this, bottom, and let's now sketch a circle. Do here. Create a circle by center. Let's place it at 0, 0, and let's specify 25. And we can see that indeed the pitch diameter and our design match. Okay, good. Next, let's close this sketch and then let's move the gear. Okay, for that purpose, let's go inside of the main view. Let me now adjust the view by, for example, clicking here. And now let's translate Body 1. To translate Body 1, simply click on Body 1, do the right click, and then you can do Transform, and then you can translate it. However, this is a manual way of translating. There is a better way to do that. So click on body, then click here on placement, and then click over here on these three dots. And then over here, we need to translate. Now, if you start moving, you will see how the design translates. Okay, and if you move all the way, you will see what happens. Okay, so here it is. Good. Now, going back to our sketch, over here we can see the S distance, and S distance is R1 plus R2. So let's calculate S. Here is where we calculate S, and we can see that S is 50. So let's translate this for 50 over here. Okay, now we can translate for 50, and I can look everything from the top and see if everything matches. And then what I can do over here, I can also rotate my gears. Here the axis of rotation is Z, and here I need to specify the angle. And if I do this, if I rotate this for 18 degrees, you can see how perfectly everything matches. And that's it. Let's now accept this, and let's click on OK, and let's go back, and here we are. This is our design. Looks really, really nice. Okay, that's all for today, and thanks for watching.